What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga career mode. It's episode number 25. As always, lots to get through today, and we're starting with this, jumping right into it. Lille away in France in the Champions League playoff. Great back-to-back wins domestically in the Cup and the League, but in Europe, our last two games in the league phase were losses that saw us drop out of the top 8 and go into this playoff round. So Lille, I'd say we're slight favourites, but we played like we did in those two games against Athletic Madrid and Ajax, and we've got no chance. First leg away in France, let's just be in the tie, heading back to Gladbach. This is a smart-looking Lille side as well. The defence in particular is very good. You've got Vanderson, Diakite, Esteve, Nabil Bentaleb as a holding mid. Oh, come on! So we'll do well to score tonight. I don't think many people placed a bet on him being FSG, or FGS, sorry. What a finish by the left back. In from Frankfurt, his debut season, his second goal of the campaign, and that one's a massive one. Missed 3 months of football earlier this year after signing him due to a broken toe, but in the games he has played, he's been a really good pickup. And that was a bold decision in the summer as well. I mean, we had Luca Netz and Lucas Allright. There was no need to change that. Neither of them were doing anything wrong. And they were both very similar left backs with very similar abilities and potentials. There was no need to make the switch there, but bold decision. In the end, it cost us Luca Netz having to get sold, but I think it's safe to say it's definitely paid off. And it's paying off tonight as well, with the opening goal scored by our new number 3, who's found Jamie Llewellyn. Keep going. And he's got a hand in both goals, because he finds Kleindenst, and I called it before he even took the shot, because it's automatic. 41 minutes in, Mönchengladbach up 2 in France. Almost there, as Nabil Bentaleb slides it out wide. Lille need a goal as Cardona attacks down this flank. Is he going to dink one in? No, back to Nabil Bentaleb. He'll cross into far post. Nathaniel Brown gets up, and despite a heavy tumble, gets up on his feet as well, in what has been a fantastic display from our left back. Defensively, offensively, all game long he's done a lot. 11 minutes to play. This game is over. The only question is, can we add a third? Kleindenst is onside. Tim Kleindenst gets through, denied at the near post. Well, I said I just wanted to be in the tie heading back to Gladbach, and that meant if we had to take a scrappy 0-0, I'll be satisfied. Instead, we kept the clean sheet, but also scored 2 ourselves. Brown with the first, you know who with the second. And I wouldn't say we got 1 foot in the last 16, but certainly a pinky toe and maybe a big toe as well. Right, let's jump into the following game. Back to matters in the Bundesliga. 3 straight wins in all competitions, and now it is RB Leipzig. We are 7 behind Bayern, who right now lead the way. It's not over with 13 games to go, but if we are going to catch them, we've got to be consistent all the way through, I would say, and I don't think we can afford any more losses from here on out. So Leipzig, our following game, where we must get a big win here. Venerin trying to get through, and does. And a nice ball through to find Marcus Thuram. And offloads to Oyarzabal, and the former Sociedad man all alone in the middle with the simple finish. Well, I said I can't think that we could win the title with any more defeats. And in the first of the final 13 games, we'll have to come from behind if that's not going to be the case. Not only that, but we can't afford draws either. We've got more draws than anyone else, oh dear, in the Bundesliga with 7. You can't win the title drawing that many games. You've got to win them. I say this often, and you hear me talk about it all the time. You know, wins are always going to be good. Losses, losses are always going to be bad, but draws are subjective. Draws are subjective based on the very nature of that result. It depends on who you are playing, whether you are home or away, the form book of both teams, what the team needs. Sometimes it's an extra point on the board towards qualification or safety. Other times it's 2 points dropped when, simply put, you couldn't afford that to be the case. 29 minutes in, Leipzig in 4th themselves right now, going for a Champions League space. Looking much better than they did last season when they missed out of European football altogether. What a wonderful ball that is, though, to find Kevin Schade. He'll step inside. There's Tim Kleindenst, and this is going to be 1-1. No, it's not. Karnasecki with the save. Tried to shift it onto the left boot. Did so, but at the expense of giving up an easier chance. From going through one-on-one, I never like to shoot on a weaker foot, because it just feels like you've missed a golden chance by doing that. But sometimes you just need to say, get the best possible chance, even with the weaker foot. 2-0 down right before the break. Marcus has a double, but that is so intelligent from Oyazma. No, Oyazma scored the first, and he's just set up the second. This is why it's so dangerous bringing your keeper out. Like, anyone else shoots in that scenario there, not the AI on Ultimate. They are robotic. They will find the pass that you wouldn't have seen yourselves. Thuram makes it 2. Title? Nah, it's gone. It's gone today. I mean, let's be honest here. Treble? Like, do we really have a chance at the treble? Come on now. I haven't said that word all season long. Technically, yes, we were still in for it. Being in the Champions League playoff and still in the Bundesliga title race by definition, and obviously we've got the German Cup semi against Leverkusen coming at the end of next month. Yeah, treble's gone. It was never really there, but it's definitely gone now. As Kleindenz this time gets a cleaner strike away, but Carnesecchi makes another sprawling save to keep it at 2-0. He's had a great game, the Italian. Great goalkeeper, isn't he? As Struikens plays it into the middle, and this time the shot is blocked by Lakiba and turned behind for a corner. Tim's had a hat-trick of chances, and in a very rare off game, he's not scored any of them. As that corner is whipped away. Oh, no. I've just seen it in the middle. I didn't see it initially. It's all gone wrong today, courtesy of Red Bull Leipzig. Or RB Leipzig, I should say. Oh, can you believe it as well? Leverkusen have gone 3-1 up at the Allianz. So if we were to have won this game, we would have cut the gap to 4 with 12 to play. Instead, it remains at 7. And a massive missed opportunity from Mönchengladbach. There is still time, and we have actually played quite well out there today. As Kleindenz is denied by Carnesecchi. The problem is that Italian has been sublime. He's made 3 excellent saves on the Bundesliga's Golden Boot winner last year. And that's why Leipzig are going to hold on to the win. It's one of those games where, even though I've lost it, I can say, fair enough, I've actually done quite well out there. Just haven't had the rub of the green. And when that's the case, as I often say it, don't be too critical on yourself. Well, no matter what, we will miss Kleindenz for the second leg against Lille, but everyone is crossing their fingers and their toes in the hope he won't miss any more games than just that one in the week. But as for the Bundesliga, you got to say, opportunity missed. If Leverkusen did beat Bayern, a chance to cut it to 4 spurned, and it remains at 7 with 12 to play. Didn't play that badly though, so I'm not going to be too mad about it. It's one of those things. Yeah, as I was saying, and I have said this before, but like when you genuinely play quite well, you just haven't got the result you wanted or felt like you deserved. Don't be too critical on yourself, as Leverkusen did indeed win. You did your best, man. That's all you can ask yourself. Fair enough though, my defense was pretty poor in that game and certainly should have improved, no doubt. But as for Kleindenz, fingers crossed, please don't be a broken toe. It is! Timmy out for, well, not all of the season, but the majority of it. And an absolutely catastrophic blow to our chance of silverware and even just going far in Europe. He's not been quite as good as last year's electrifying season, but still the top scorer in the Bundesliga. Still had a chance of getting to 30, if not 40. I don't think there was much chance of him doing that, but out for the season. And our top scorer with 31 in 33, done for most of the campaign. He'll come back for I think 1 or 2 Bundesliga games, but that is it. What a blow that is. Next man up, Justin, lace him up, and he'll start the following game. Second leg, Lille coming to Gladbach. I don't think we need Tim for this game anyway, really, due to the fact we have a 2-goal lead. But with that big injury blow, let's make sure our season doesn't collapse now and still at least make it through to the last 16 of the Champions League. Tim done, but Mönchengladbach almost through. Clean sheets tonight, and we're in the last 16. Come on. I say this all the time, man. Honestly, with all the injuries we've had this season, as frustrating as it is, I'm pleased. I'm pleased, even if I don't look it right now. But it's true, I'm pleased because this is part of sport. This is part of football. This is part of life, man. You're faced with adversity. And so when I get asked for tips on how to make the game more enjoyable and how to make career mode saves more fun, this is my #1 tip. Is, oh, Bright Arian B almost snuck in his first goal for the club there, smacking the woodwork. Up the injury sliders. I've got loads of tips I can give you, but this is my #1 tip. If you want your save to be more realistic, more immersive, more fun, more challenging, that's it right there. Up those injury sliders. You keep them on 50 for severity and, oh, well done, Nicholas, for severity and frequency. You'll never get injuries, and that's just not realistic. But you up them to what we've got them on right now, and you'll see quite a few during the season. And as frustrating as it is, and as challenging as it makes it to win silverware, as we're still searching for our first trophy, oh, it makes it more fun. So second half underway. We are still deadlocked at 0-0. But like I said pre-game, fine. Totally fine. Don't need to score tonight. Yes, it'll be back-to-back games where we fire a blank. But that's okay for tonight's game. Because we'll be through courtesy of the 2 goals we scored in France. And if we do get a goal, that's going to do it. And Kasper Jander, who was recalled on deadline day. What a smart decision that might prove to be. Because he's got the goal that has surely sent us free. 3-0, put us in the last 16. Well, I felt like the job was done after our win in France. And whilst we didn't need to score tonight, Kasper Jander's strike early into the second half was the icing on the cake after a controlled 2 legs against the French side. Into the last 16, the bare minimum I was hoping for this season. Let's see what we got in the next round. Yeah, that was the bare minimum expectation for us this season. Make it through the league phase and get to the last 16. Via the playoffs or bypassing it, either way, we had to make sure we made it through. And we have, and we'll see who we've got in the last 16. We need to do 1 or 2 advances in the calendar. I wonder if it will get shown, because you know sometimes it doesn't. But here we go. Let's have a quick look. It will be in the last 16. Is it going to show it? Yes, it is. Barcelona coming to Gladbach for the first leg and the second leg in Catalonia. I mean, so many blockbuster teams. Of course it would be. It's a Champions League last 16, but Barcelona I think will do very well to get through that tie. Right, we'll save those legs for the next episodes. Let's dive into the following game. We'll do 2 more today. Schalke away, following game in the Bundesliga, aim to get back to winning ways in the league as well. It's Leipzig who have now gone top of the table by 7 points with 12 games to go, It's 3 teams separated on goal difference, but us and Leverkusen and even Union Berlin, the dark horses, are still in it. But if we are to go all the way and win this championship, I think we've got to be perfect. 12 wins from 12 if we're going to do it. Let's get one of those 12 here. Schalke away at the Veltins Arena. Yeah, I must have got Leipzig wrong earlier. I thought they were behind us prior to our game with them. Evidently, I must have confused them with Bayer Leverkusen, because they're now top. And again, what a title race this is shaping up to be. We're still in it as Nicholas gets down low to his left-hand side, but we can't afford any more slip-ups from here, man. Schalke, newly promoted, in the relegation zone. Whether we're away in Gelsenkirchen or not, this has to be 3 points and a return to winning ways. So far, not the start we were hoping for. As the hosts have almost gone in front. Nicholas with another smart save. Still 0-0. I think we're Kleindienst out for the rest of the season now as well. The question is, where are the goals going to come from when you know he's our main threat? Is Justin ready to take the reins up top? Well, I brought him in to be an impact sub, not our main spearhead. But needs must right now. I'm actually quite tempted to go with Llewellyn up top, you know, because he can finish, as we know. And I called him the German Theo Walcott. And let's not forget, Walcott had that great year under Wenger when he played as a striker and looked really good. But Llewellyn, for this moment, doesn't get the goal, but does get the assist. Justin said, are you kidding me? Playing a winger up the top when you brought me in as a new striker? Come on, that's insulting. 1-0, Mönchengladbach in front. To be fair, he's had a pretty smart season as well. 3 goals in 10 in the league prior to today. And of course, all of those games were coming off the bench. This is his first start in the league, getting a goal as well. That's 4 in 11 now in the Bundesliga. It's been alright. It's exactly what I was looking for in my backup striker this year. Whilst I didn't anticipate him starting any games, he's going to have to now. And he's made a good start as well, almost an assist too. Still 1-0 if we close this out. We've finally got a week's rest before our next game. That is at home to Hoffenheim, which should be a bit of a banker. And if we can close today's episode off with back-to-back wins, making up for that loss to Leipzig, it's all I could ask for really, especially in the absence of our star man up top. Almost there. Oh, what a ball through the gap. Zanotti hits the post. And Schalke will get it away. 17 to go. It's got that feel to it, this game, where it's going to be a late goal. But it could be a dagger or it could be a leveller. Could go either way. 6 to play into the final stages. And all we've got to do is keep hold of the ball. And we'll keep hold of the 3 points. Whilst I'd like to push for a second goal. Most important thing is just don't surrender possession and give Schalke a chance on the break. You keep the ball, you keep the win. Simple as that. I often say it, sometimes you need to know when to put your foot on the ball and just see out what you've got. That is this moment here. Wouldn't be enough time for Schalke now to come forward, so we might get a dagger after all, and we will, in a very fortunate way too. Struikens gets it. He's going to run around because the late goal celebration isn't going to count as it's clearly an own goal. But that is that. Very lucky goal, but we will take it. It is over. It is 3 points in the bag, and it is back-to-back wins in all competitions. Title race, it ain't over yet. Yep, let's do it. One more game today. 11 games remaining. 7 points behind the top 3, all separated by goal difference. Leverkusen themselves only behind us on goal difference. I think for Union Berlin now, they're mathematically still in it, but really I'd say it's a race between the top 5, and we're still in it, but we've still got to make up the ground. Only way we do that is winning consistently. Next up, our final game today, Hoffenheim at Borussia Park. No matter what you do, just don't take steps back, man. Like, obviously, I'd love for us to go and win this title, and we're still in the race, but we can't afford to just drop out of the top 4 with Leverkusen breathing down our necks. And we've literally just leapfrogged them, technically. But, yeah, it's the one thing we can't afford to do. We don't have to constantly be making progress. Yes, Justin! But you can't backpedal. And Justin says, I might be a step back from Kleindienst, I accept that, but I've still got something in the locker. Back-to-back goals for our new number 9. Mönchengladbach lead early. Promel through the gap to Giger. Hoffenheim looking for a late chance in this first half to get back in the game, but Ulreich does well. Into Stack, the ex-Hoffenheim man. Out to Schade. Former B. Gives it to Rocco. And now the captain to Stack again. Just looking for that opening here in this Hoffenheim defence. 3 minutes to go before the break, and I've said before, this is something I do quite often. I call it turning the shot clock off, waiting for that last possible chance of the half before going in for that clinical attack. Because what it means... Oh, it's going to go in. He'll get a great chance, and they won't have a chance to respond. But that's the second game in a row where we've got a lot of luck. We didn't get much against Leipzig. We didn't with the Kleindienst injury. We haven't with the injuries, period, this season. But as I always say, luck will balance itself out. You just need to wait. Back-to-back own goals when cutting it across. That's an incredibly fortunate one. And it is 2 right before the break. Well, I'll always hold my hands up and accept when I've had some luck, and I definitely did with 2 of our goals today, but it's back-to-back 2-0 victories and a controlled performance from Mönchengladbach as we get a big 3 points and keep our title dreams alive. Still outsiders, don't get me wrong, but if we win all of our remaining games, I believe we will be champions. 2 down, 10 to go. But that'll do it for today's episode of the Bundesliga Criminal Guys. Big fan, wish you enjoyed it. If you did, please do drop a like. So you all have a fantastic day, and I'll return to the next one with more games in the league, including Bayern Munich and both legs of our Champions League last 16, home and away against Barcelona. Have a great day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.